I don't want any complaints. The only way I'm doing live readings if it's 98. So if you give me 20, 30, I appreciate it. I'm telling you right now, I'm not stopping my streams every 2 seconds to do a reading because we won't have a stream. That's how it works.
The stream will be the readings.
The stream will be exactly the readings. I actually want to clip things up sometimes.
Well, we just clip the readings.
I get you, man, but I don't want to clip readings all day. All right, so 98 above, I'll give you a reading. If anything else, I appreciate the donation. That's how I keep it real. And if you don't want to donate shit, don't donate shit. We good. We good. Unlike all these other motherfuckers, man, I was already a millionaire before I started doing this influencer shit. I would say 98% of influencers get in the game to become millionaires.
Yeah, true.
I already got my bag. What the hell are you people talking about? I already got my bag. I've been had my bag. I'm just trying to fatten up now. I know you guys can make a lot of jokes with that one.
Oops, true.
Okay, let's hold on. We're having some technical difficulties, but we'll get this shit started real quick. You're slow.
Oh.
Those difficulties. See, he set himself up for that one. He set himself up for that one. It is what it is. All right. Yeah. We're gonna do some reactions. We're gonna do some other stuff.
Fuck your bag. You got all the money you need. But won't help the poor.
Well, what do you mean? So who said that? I got all the money I need, but I won't help the poor. So
UKOG.
Okay, UKOG.
OG.
I appreciate the haters, man, because without haters, you can't have fans. Okay, because the haters obviously are the biggest fans, unless they're delusional, then they could get crazy. But this isn't Twitter or all those crazy people. So let me answer that, bro. I was poor. No one helped me. Absolutely no one helped me. And you know what? If someone actually did help me, then maybe I wouldn't have learned how to make my own bag and I would have depended on other people. If you live in America, and again, this does not count for the rest of the world, but if you live in America, you can work hard in this country and make money. You can work hard in this country and make money. And I'll get to the reading. You can do this. But I don't believe in communism. I don't believe in socialism. By the way, I've put out more free content. I've give out more free game than everyone else in my field combined has in the past 2 decades. Don't come at me. I already gave back. I already taught you guys how this stuff works. You know the elementary. You know the basics. Did you know that even 15 years ago, numerologists who are quote unquote the best in the game, they didn't know anything about the number 8. Yeah, they knew it was money, but they never understood how to apply the 8. Not once did any numerologist price their products in 8s. I'm going to give you a real example. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. There is a numerologist named Allison. I'm not going to put her last name out. Trash numerologist. She got divorced like 3-4 times. I mean, you're trash when you can't even get your marriage right based on numerology. And then when I checked her on basically, being a fraud, she's like, what are you talking about? I would know marriage better than anyone because I've been through it so many times. I'm like, are you insane? And then whenever she did like a marriage, she would only look at one person. Like she would do the compatibility and the marriage just based off the woman. So she was actually giving a numerology reading for a marriage. People came to her for a date for a marriage. She would only look at the female. She would never look at the male. See, when I do it, I look at both parties because what is best for one could be very bad for another. I just look at the best possible date for everyone. That's why no one I actually got married ever got divorced. You know how they always say arranged marriages have the smallest rate of divorce? Nah. GG33 numerology-based marriages, they have the real smallest divorce rate because unlike most people, I've been married. I've been married for over 2 decades. Yeah, I used to be young. I have been married for 2 freaking decades to the same woman I want to add. I'm not like these other people here. My marriage actually lasts. And to the guys and girls who are listening, the hell with what these people tell you in church or mosque or temples. And I'm going to be very fair in my criticism of religion. I'm not going to go after just Islam or just Christianity or just Judaism. I go after all religions as a whole. And I'm bringing those up because those are pretty much the big three that are always talked about. Obviously, Buddhism, Hinduism is out there too. But quite frankly, Buddhism and reincarnation is something I actually believe in wholeheartedly, not because I'm a Buddhist, but because that stuff is actually very logical. We have to be logical about this stuff. We have to be real about this stuff, because if we are, we can better each other's lives. Don't you think it would be great if you actually got married once? Well, I mean, the guys who are the passport bros and stuff like that. Wouldn't you like actually not to go out there and look like simps and actually find women in your own country? Or it's the women out there. Wouldn't you actually want to find a loyal guy? Of course you would. Who the hell wouldn't? But see, the normal methods have failed. Why not use mine? Why not use my method? Because at the end of the day, my method is actually proven to be successful. Why? I've been married for 20 years. I don't have any issues. My wife does not work. Quite frankly, because I'm a real man and I can provide enough money to make sure my woman doesn't work. Because here's what happens. How dare some of you guys out there ask your wife to work and then come home and tell her to cook you a meal or massage your feet or do the laundry? How dare you people tell your women to do that? And I'm anything but a feminist, because if you're a real man, you're out making enough. And I'm talking about obviously not people in their 20s. If you're young, that's difficult. But as you get more established, as you get older, the fact is you have to provide enough to feed your family and your wife without her working. Can you do that? Because if you can't, I'm going to question what type of man you are. If that hurts your feelings, so be it. See, I am not pro this. I'm not pro that. I am a realist. And I keep it straight and real. We'll get to some readings real quick. I keep it straight and real. I don't lie to people. Look, I put a price up because people are complaining I'm not doing their $5 readings. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not John Zerka. You can go at his page and he'll do you all the $5 readings you want. He'll talk to you for like 5 seconds. The whole point is this. I don't need your money, but my time is valuable. I do these podcasts and everything for the clips, because the clips absolutely explode. The clips absolutely explode. And that's why I do this stuff. Number two, I do this because I'm here to educate the public, especially in the snake year. I hope you guys understand. You have me going hard for a year. After the snake year ends, I'm retiring. Okay? I believe I've done my part to the point where after the snake year hits, I can retire. I think I've done enough. I really believe that. Time to do some other things I've wanted to do for quite a while. I need to make numerology mainstream because no one else could have made it mainstream. I had to put the people on my back, literally on my back, carrying this community more than Michael Jordan ever carried the NBA. Just being real. This is what it is. That's what I've done. And I guess the arrogant attitude kind of pushes people away. I get it. Especially the females out there. I get it. The arrogant attitude pushes people away. I understand. But let me ask you something. Who do you know who's the best at what they do and ain't a bit arrogant? Michael Jordan, he is the best of the best. He was somewhat arrogant. Kobe was extremely arrogant. Kobe had a teammate whose locker was right next to him. Kobe didn't talk to that guy for 2 years. I mean, that's different. That's just a way different set of arrogance that, quite frankly, I have not seen. the best of the best in every field have that arrogance, because that's what it takes to be the best of the best. You have to have it. That's the type of personality it takes. I can tell you right now, you kids are too soft to actually pull off what I pulled off. The kids are way too soft. You know how I know this? I'll tell you how I know this. Because I used to be on the phone for 3 hours a day trying to get to Rush Limbaugh, who I never got to, and I tried to get through him for like 5-6 years. Would call in on 3-4 different cell phones because the line was always busy. I wanted my few minutes with Rush Limbaugh. I never got it. I tried for 5-6 years, multiple phones, call in. Never did I get a signal. Never. Michael Savage, I got on. He was a big-time guy. Sean Hannity, I got on. Mark Levin, I got on. Alex Jones, I got on. But do you know how many times I was on the phone and they asked me what I want to talk about? And I said numerology and astrology. They would hang up on me. You're a clown. Do you know how much abuse I took? I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. The Mistake by the Lake. That's where I grew up. And there was a radio station there called WTAM 1100. You guys can look it up on Wikipedia. WTAM 1100. Funny it was called 1100, right? Did you know the radio station was actually founded on 11/11? So that was the radio station I targeted, and I was a local celebrity. There was literally a run where I was on that radio station in person, like every day, every month for 6-7 months, and at least once every couple months. Once every month, I would say, for at least 4 or 5 years. I mean, they talked about LeBron James, the governor of Ohio, a few other persons, and me. Just straight facts. And I would go out there, do my numerology, and most people call me some idiot, this and that, a whole bunch of mean-ass words. And whatever, it is what it is. And again, I'll get to all the readings, I promise. But when I'm in the flow, I kind of got to keep going or I lose the train of thought. You know, that old man shit. It is what it is. You know, what you have to understand. As a matter of fact, the hell with it. I'll just do the readings now. And we got 3 of them. Let's do this. What we got? 8/12/1990 male. Okay, what do we have here? We have a 3 life path. So obviously you're born in a horse. You're stubborn as hell. All horses are stubborn. But the thing about horses is they have principles. And that's something that sometimes 3s kind of lack, to be honest with you. People who are 3s are the networkers. People who are 3s are the ones who go out there and they're supposed to make a bag by either selling people things or actually going out there and, you know, throwing events, because that's how 3s get ahead. They're the networkers in life. You have to be the middle guy for everything. When I look at you, I see you're a hardworking man. You should be pretty conservative. I would say that you definitely know how to have a good time. You might have some back issues, but that's probably the one weak part of your body. Ever since your birthday hit this year, it looks like you're in a 1-year cycle. So this is a year of new beginnings. When your birthday hits in 2025, it's going to be an 11-year cycle. And when people are in 11-year cycles, that's when their outlook on life changes. Sometimes a little bit, sometimes extremely severe. And when I was in my 11-year cycle in 2001, that's when I discovered numerology. So a lot of people, their outlook on life usually takes a major change and either evolves or devolves, but in a lot of cases evolves in an 11-year, because 11 is the master number. That's exactly what you expect out of it. 2026, you're going to be an 11-year and your own horse year. That's a recipe for a good freaking year, brother. Enjoy. All right, what we got here? My birthday is March 17th, 1980. See, the reason I wear these glasses sometimes is because I have to squint. Okay, because I'm a freaking old man. Okay, so forgive me. But I put these on because people are like, man, we don't want to see you squint. Wear some freaking glasses. Well, I'm not going to wear the type of glasses you want me to wear. I'm going to wear these. And then guess what? I'm going to squint now, but you guys won't actually mention it because you can't actually see it. You see how I adjust my game? You see how I do this? And while we're at this, before we get to this reading, what the hell, TikTok? You want me to do readings? I only got 29,000 likes. Are you serious? And YouTube, come on, man. We got 600 people in here. I need some likes. I need some comments. Let's make some noise. You know, I have an ego, and the ego is not fragile, but the ego needs more and more people because I need to be big as fuck this year. Well, the year didn't start. The snake year is in a few 48 hours or something like that. But I'm going out with a bang. One thing I will not do is watch myself dwell into irrelevancy like Andrew Tate did. Not going to allow that. I'm literally not going to allow that. Because I saw this guy from being the top guy to literally falling off like this. And again, he still has clout more than most people, but nothing compared to what he had in 2022. You guys remember that stuff. You couldn't escape his ass. And I personally believe it's best to leave when you're at the top than to watch you. Eventually, everyone falls to relevance. Because that's what they tell people. Leave on your own terms. Don't stay too long. Like the Hall of Fame pitcher who just can't strike anyone out anymore, keeps giving up home runs. Or the guy who used to be a beast on the basketball court and now he's getting tired after 15 minutes because he's an old man. You don't want to be remembered like that. You want to always go out at the top. Because remember this, it is better to be a king maker than an actual king. You know, if you guys watched the Game of Thrones is one of my favorite series. And if you guys actually watch Game of Thrones, there's this one episode where someone was talking to Tywin Lannister when he was basically the king's hand running shit. And he's like, Mr. Lannister, I've seen many people in the garden. And some of them always grow because they want to be the brightest flower and the tallest flower in the garden. And he's like, eventually, they all get cut down. Sir, I just want to be in the garden. I don't want to be the tallest. I just want to be in it. You understand what I'm saying? Because the people who always go at the very, very top, they can't stay there for long. Someone's going to take their place. But if they stay in the garden, then they can actually use their influence to push who is going to be on top. I own numerology because I went through all the struggles of making it mainstream, and a lot of people are benefiting now because of it. Even if you don't believe in numerology, don't even look at numerology. If you know one numerologist's name, it's me. That's not being cocky. That's being real. And don't think when I retire, I won't be pushing other numerologists who I believe are the best of the best. Because that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm still going to be in the garden. You understand what I'm saying? All right, what we got here next? Hello, Gary. 328, 1999, female, London. I'm sorry you live in a shithole. Let's see. What is my life path? What does it mean? Finishing up my commercial pilot's license this year. Do you have any advice? Thank you. Okay. And I meant what I said about the UK. It's a shithole. Okay. And that's coming from an American. As a matter of fact, I think the Trump administration should put sanctions on the UK because they arrest people for their posts on social media. See, I am an American. I believe in free speech. Even if it's offensive, I believe in free speech. And one of the reasons I'm becoming more vocal is because I believe I have more free speech now under President Trump. I am free to say offensive speech. I believe the UK is a shithole. And we'll get to your reading, I promise. I'm just clipping this up. I'm doing what influencers do. But everything I say is real. Everything I'm saying, I believe. It is what it is. Okay, let's get to her. Let's see. What is your life path? You are a 5 life path. And the fact that you're a pilot is absolutely wonderful because 5 is the number of travel. And people who are 5s make for great pilots. I think this is wonderful. See, this is someone who's going with their energy. 5s are not to be behind desk jobs. 5s are the entertainers. Sometimes, OnlyFans. But if you're a male, you have to do something else. Fives. And by the way, there's a lot of solid fives who are great mothers as well. Just like my wife, who's a solid five, but she's born in the rear of the rooster. Roosters tend to be loyal like that. If you're a five under some different sign, you might be a little bit more open to do things that I would consider degenerate. Things my wife would consider extremely degenerate. It is what it is, guys. But I'm not going to bite my tongue for anything or anybody because I keep it real. Let's keep going. She's born in 1999, year of the cat. So obviously really good at psychology. Born on the 28th. Money comes easy. Anyone born on the 28th, I'm not saying you're a billionaire. It's not about being a billionaire. There's only 3,200 of them. A lot of them are 28s, no doubt. Elon Musk, Bill Gates. And by the way, fuck you, Elon. But, listen, I just want to keep it real. If you're 28, money comes to you when you need it. Whenever you need it, money comes to you. And you probably thought it was dumb luck. And I understand when other people are watching this like, oh, this guy's a scam artist. Oh. I get it. I get it because it sounds stupid. But it's real. That's why Elon Musk is born on the 28th. Carlos Slim is born on the 28th. Bill Gates is born on the 28th. These are some of the richest men in the world. Last decade, it was Bill Gates. Now it's Elon Musk. Only a 28 can replace a 28. Only a diamond can cut another diamond. Do you guys get it? And the numerology community, I want to make this abundantly clear. I'm the best at what I do. There's no doubt about it. But it's not just because I'm the best numerologist in the world. It's because I can talk. I'm articulate. I got a good fucking mouthpiece. Because if I wasn't able to do this, it doesn't fucking matter what I know. And that's as real as it gets. That's why 7 is the number of the teacher. But guess what? Most of 7s can't fucking talk. Woo! How about that one? A lot of smart people in the world, they can't talk. Guess what? They're boring. They're not interesting. You can call me anything you want in the world. You can call me a fraud, a scam artist, but you're not going to call me boring. And honestly, that is the truth. All you guys who want to be creators, I not only do this myself, I manage some of the biggest guys in the world. These are more facts. Straight facts for you. Myron Gaines. I'm Fresh and Fit's manager. Walter Weeks. I'm his manager. I've managed Sneeko before. John Zerka before. These are all people I've managed. Notice these are all big names. Now, why did I manage? Because in 2024, when I was in my 7-year cycle and I got injured, I couldn't do this anymore. I couldn't even freaking walk. So I decided to go behind the scenes. Exactly what you're supposed to do in a 7-year. Woo! They just came in today. They just came in. God damn. Okay. She wants it all. All good, man. I'll take care of it for you. All good. Let's go here. What do we have? Yeah. Male, 10/7/1986. Wife, 2/27/1986. Kids 1, 1/19/2014. Kid 2, 11/24/2018. Kid 3. You've been a busy man, sir. So, the usual family has like what, 1.6 kids? This dude already popped up a whole bunch. And congratulations to your wife for having such a beautiful family as well. I'm big in the family stuff. All right, let's go through you first. Okay, well, that makes sense why you had a big family. You're a 6 life path / 33. You're also a very good provider, being born in the 17th. 1 in 7 is 8. So you're also a tiger. You look very young for your age. All good, brother. I definitely see you having a big family. There's some things I'd probably tell you privately that I actually won't say publicly. But overall, I like how everything looks for you. 2026 is your next great year. Let's see, wife. She is a 9 life path. And by her being a 9 and you being a tiger, I know you're an attractive man, because 9s will not settle for anything less, man. Your wife is very adaptive, being a double 9. She's kind of more of a loner, though. She kind of likes to do her own thing. I mean, she's very attracted to you, but she still needs her own space. It is what it is. Now let's look at the kids, 8, 19. So you have a 7 life path child who's a horse, going to have a good connection with the dad, but the kid is going to be somewhat of a loner. He's going to be extremely intelligent as well. Kid 2, he's going to be the home and family oriented type. He's a dog. That's, again, great for the dads. The first 2 kids match your energy extremely well. Let's see what we have here. Okay, he's going to be more of a leader. He's probably going to be the alpha of the 2 kids, even though he's the younger one. As he gets older, you're going to see that, but you're definitely going to see him being the more home and family oriented one. Kid 3, 10/23, 2021. Definitely the best looking kid out of the group because she's born on the 23rd. 2 and 3 is 5. 5 is number of good looks. 5 is number of travel. She's also the youngest kid, but again, what we see here again is the oldest soul. So your youngest kid is the oldest soul. It's the 11 in the group. And again, it's going to be an emotional kid. They're going to probably, when they're younger, they're going to be a little bit of a bully. It is what it is. But quite frankly, this is an old soul and extremely attractive. I'm not sure if I would want to be a father in your position, having an attractive daughter like that. But, that's the deal you signed up for, sir. So good luck with that, my friend. Listen, I am so happy that I have 2 boys. And by the way, I'm done. I'm not like this guy. This guy's a better man than I am. He has 3 kids. I'm only putting 2 in this world. But I'm doing enough to sustain the race because most of these people in these countries slipping like 1.5, 1.6 kids. I have the 2 kids per family. So I'm bringing as many kids in as me and my wife. So that's 2. So I got to bring in at least 2 kids in this world to maintain that equal balance. I'm doing my part. I might not be putting in overtime like some of you guys, like this Tiger is, but I'm doing my part. Trust me on that.